So, listen to this OP story first. There's this guy called Chad Rajesh. His car falls into a ditch, upside down. He looks to his left, his passenger is bleeding. He looks at himself, he's also injured, but functional. Now, Chad Rajesh does the one thing any human being with a functioning brain would do. He pulls out his passenger and rushes them to the hospital. The insurance company also does the one thing any insurance company with a functioning business model would do. They say Rajesh left the vehicle unattended and therefore he doesn't get the full amount. Now you see, his car was insured for 5 lakh rupees. The surveyor looked at the wreck and assessed it at 53,000 rupees. That's a totally awesome 90% haircut on a totaled car because our boy Chad Rajesh chose a human life over babysitting a metal box in a ditch. The surveyor just yeeted this Chad's entire claim into oblivion.
Snow. We need more snow. Can't have enough snow.
Indeed.
Now, guess what you and I would have done at that point? I know what I would have done. I would have gone home, scrolled through some reels, listened to my mom shout at me how she was always right about me driving fast, eaten some dal rice papad and slept with the fan on fast. That's what I would have done. That's why maybe I'm a Chud, not a Chad. Now guess what Chad Rajesh did? Supreme Court. That's right. Our boy woke up the next day and chose violence. For the next 11 years, Chad Rajesh slayed every demon the system threw at him. On 17th of December 2024, the Supreme Court heard this case for the last time. The final verdict concluded that the insurance surveyor's finding was not based on evidence. The insurance company was forced to pay Rajesh the full amount of 5 lakh rupees plus 9% interest from the date of complaint till the date of realization. This was a real case, by the way, in case you were wondering. Rajesh Kumar versus National Insurance Company Limited. Fun fact, did you know why Chad Rajesh drove his car into a ditch? Cow. Yep, he tried to save a cow standing dead center in the middle of the road. Another Chad move. This guy can't stop winning, can he?
Please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
So anyway, congratulations to Mr. Chad Rajesh. He only needed India's highest court and several years of his life to get his own money back. But here's the thing, Chad Rajesh fought. Chad Rajesh is an exception. The overwhelming majority of people like you and me take the L and move on. And that right there is the entire business model. This is the system working exactly as designed. Let's see what's under the carpet. Let me explain why I said that with such confidence. The Indian motor insurance industry collects around 90,000 crore rupees in premiums every single year. That's a 9 with 11 zeros. We're talking about one of the largest pools of money in Indian financial services. 295 million registered vehicles, check. Massive operation, check. Racket, check. Now, out of the millions of claims processed every year, guess how many people actually escalate to the insurance ombudsman? About 3,400. That's it. 3,400 people in the entire country who say, I'm going to fight this. And this is where it gets interesting. Of those 3,400 people, roughly 87% win their case. So the insurance company already knows it is wrong most of the time. It just bets that you will fold under the slightest pressure from the system. And that bet pays off spectacularly. Let me do some math for you. Say an insurer rejects 100 claims worth 1 lakh each. That is 1 crore in the bank. Maybe 2 to 5 people out of those 100 actually escalate. Even if every single one of them wins, the insurer pays back about 2 to 5 lakhs. They just pocketed 95 to 98 lakhs by gambling your silence. And the penalty for getting caught running this operation? 5 lakh rupees. No, this 5 lakh rupees is different from Chad Rajesh Kumar's 5 lakh rupees. Listen to this wicked tale. In 2021, IRDAI busted Go Digit Insurance for literally having a written, documented, internal SOP that rewarded surveyors for lowballing claims. Means lesser the money they give you, higher their bonus. This is supremely illegal in case you didn't know. But then, when has something being illegal stopped the Indian from doing it anyway, right? But here's the thing. Only when financial pain exceeds profit margins, behavior changes overnight. So guess what Go Digit's punishment was? 5 lakh rupees. It was so tiny, they would have written it off as cost of doing business. That is less than the cost of a BMW headlight. So never forget, rejecting your claim is a strategy, a very profitable one with a 95% success rate. Now the most beautiful part of this whole operation. On paper, the surveyor is supposed to be this independent, neutral and unbiased professional who shows up, looks at your car and gives an honest assessment. That is the copium version. Here's the real version. Your insurance company appoints the surveyor, which means the company pays the surveyor, which means the company decides if the surveyor gets the next job. A surveyor earns about 750 rupees for claims under 10,000 and about 2,500 rupees for claims under 1 lakh. The average monthly income of this poor bugger is roughly 20,000 rupees, which is around 220 US dollars. So, just for a second, imagine if you are this person. Your entire livelihood depends on the company giving you repeat work. That company makes more money every time you reduce a claim. And every time you reduce a claim, you make more money. Now, will you be independent and unbiased? Right, that's what I thought. That Pani Puri guy near your office has a higher probability of using mineral water than you being an honest and unbiased insurance surveyor. And we already know how GoDigit made this whole thing official. Their internal SOP literally tied surveyor bonuses to how much the surveyor could negotiate your claim below the benchmark amount. IRDAI found this and said it was quote-unquote liable to create a bias in the judgment of the surveyor. Wait a minute, liable?
Huh?
Did IRDAI just use the word liable? Brother, what's liable? This is the entire job description. It's like saying water is liable to be wet.
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Yes, that clears that one up then.
Who is regulating these regulators? But wait, I've not even arrived to the best part yet. Some insurance companies go even further. Courts have found cases where companies appoint multiple surveyors one after another until they get a report they like. Are we speedrunning shekel maxing now? The insurance company basically speedruns through surveyors until the random number generator drops a favorable result. If the first surveyor says your claim is legit, they will just blacklist that surveyor, say no worries and roll the dice again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, before you think insurance companies are cartoon villains sitting in a dark room plotting your financial downfall, let's play devil's advocate for a second. Motor insurance in India is spectacularly unprofitable. Public sector insurers spend 120 rupees for every 100 rupees they collect. They are literally violating the first rule of business. Cost price cannot be greater than selling price. This is why you will never find Marwadis in an honest insurance business.
Him. Bro, I knew I liked you, dude. Come here, bring it in. Bring it in, brother.
Mr. Boss, that's nice.
Because the profit simply does not exist. Cherry on top is that third-party insurance has hit-loss ratios of 172 to 194% in some years. Moreover, 3 government insurers are technically walking on borrowed time with negative solvency. You know how in Counter-Strike when the score is 13-14 and the enemy team with 2100 plus elo is doing their third blitzkrieg on A-long without lube and your team's economy is so cooked that you can't afford a full buy, and even if you somehow magically win the next 2 rounds with full eco deagles and scouts, you still won't have enough to buy 1 AK and 1 AWP in the last one? Yeah, that's called negative solvency. The only difference is that in a face-it game, you will lose the match, maybe break a keyboard afterwards, and that will be the end of it. But when a government insurer goes down, you and I will repay thousands of crores they mismanaged without even realizing it. Emphasis on without even realizing it. Maybe that's why some people in our country are hell-bent on committing insurance fraud. Yeah, because fraud against insurers is very real. The insurance industry in India loses an estimated 30,000 crores annually to fraud. Dealership workshops intentionally damage extra panels when you bring your car in for a scratch, inflate the bill and claim it on insurance. Not everyone does it, but some of them will. This is happening, which means insurers operate in a hostile environment. Okay, fair enough, because that context is an explanation. It is absolutely not a justification for a system where the surveyor is literally paid to lowball you and the penalty for getting caught finessing thousands of policyholders is pocket change. Now, let's bring out the real Rajesh, our local nuclear grade conformist who not only agrees but actively defends everything the institutions say. What should he actually do when his claim gets rejected? First thing, know the timelines. A surveyor must contact you within 24 hours of your claim. A survey report should be generated within 30 days. If you can read, you have to ask them to send you a copy of this report. They will never send it to you out of the goodness of their heart. You have to ask them. The claim should be accepted or rejected within 30 days of that report. The payment should be deposited in your account within 7 days of acceptance. If they miss the payment deadline, they owe you interest at 2% above RBI's repo rate. Trust me, I did not make this up. These are official IRDAI rules. Most people have zero clue these timelines exist, but now you do. Second thing, document everything. Photos, videos, FIR, everything. Notify the insurer within 24 hours because delayed notification is the single most used rejection excuse in this industry, and you can bet your wife's boyfriend's Rolex that these piglets will use this excuse on you the minute they can. And every conversation, every phone call, you have to follow it up with an email. That email trail is your armor. Without it, your claim is just hearsay. Build your evidence chain like your life depends on it. Third thing, escalate within a system. Start with your insurer's own grievance officer. Bad response? Go to the IRDAI Bima Bharosa portal. Bad response? Go to the insurance ombudsman. They handle disputes up to 50 lakh completely free, requiring zero lawyers, and their ruling is binding on the insurer. The insurer has 30 days to comply or faces daily penalties. And were you paying attention? Do you remember what I said earlier? 87% of people who reach this stage win. 87 bloody percent. The odds are hilariously in your favor if you simply show up. Fourth thing, know the legal cheat codes. The Supreme Court has ruled these 3 things that you should know. Delayed intimation alone cannot be grounds for rejection. Ambiguous policy terms must be interpreted in your favor. And 3, insurers cannot demand documents at claim time that they never asked for when selling you the policy. These rulings already exist. You just have to use them as a weapon when talking to your greaseball at the insurance company. Put the fear of God in these immoral sons of Parle-G biscuits. Look, the entire machinery works because people fold. Every single incentive in this system, the surveyor's pay, the dealer's commission structure, the laughable penalties, all of it is designed around one simple assumption, that you will take the L and walk away quietly. The system changes only when rejecting your claim costs more than paying it. Never forget, when financial pain exceeds profit margins, behavior changes overnight. Right now, it costs them almost nothing. A 5 lakh rupee fine on a 90,000 crore industry is a rounding error. But here's what I know about the kind of person watching this video. You are already built different from Rajesh. You are the person who reads the fine print. You are the person who asks uncomfortable questions at the showroom. You are the person who makes the dealer slightly nervous. So the next time an insurance company bets on your silence, make it the most expensive bet they ever placed. And one more thing before I send a reconnaissance drone in my kitchen to detect the existence of dal, rice and papad, use the information in this video responsibly. Stop your dirty thoughts right now if you're thinking of misusing any of this information. Don't make the rest of us suffer. Have some shared sense of purpose as citizens of the same country. You don't have to agree with me on everything, but you can always stop yourself from being malicious. Good night. Final pro tip, bite the mosquito before it bites you. Works 100% of the time.
Luther, why did you call cyborg that word? Oh, please, Superman. Clinker's not a real slur. You know damn well I meant the other racial slur!